Binance considers new acquisitions, El Salvador buys the dip, and are we about to see another bank run? Don't forget to smash up that like button. My name's Morgan, and this is your Crypto Nightly News Wrap-Up. Let's get it. When FTX flocked to failed crypto companies like a kid to an ice cream truck, Binance was running to catch a piece of the action too. In fact, they also had a bid on Voyager last September. And after FTX dropped a triple scoop all over the crypto market, Binance has now made a new bid for Voyager, causing the FGX token to jump 50%. FTX used to be the coolest crypto company on the block, but now there's a new kid in town. And rumor has it, he's got his sights set on Genesis loans as well. A source familiar with the matter said CZ is looking for information on Genesis's balance sheet and wanted to bid for its $2.8 billion in active loans. Parent company Digital Currency Group might not let Genesis come out to play though, because according to another source, they're more likely to float the balance themselves and try to get through this mess as a family. So sweet. Eyes on this one though, BitSquad. Digital Currency Group and the companies under its umbrella might look like your average family from the outside, but make no mistake, they are a Rockefeller of crypto, powering yield products for Circle's USDC and parenting Grayscale Bitcoin Trust that holds over 640,000 Bitcoin. This is just the tip of the iceberg for this big hitter, so watch it closely. And remember that crypto is better stored cold, but never frozen on an exchange. Click here for a great deal on a Ledger hardware wallet. Now let's pass it to Frankie Candles for a market watch.
Let's jump in and do a little market watch here. We've got Bitcoin coming in at $16,875, up about 1% on the day. Ethereum coming in at $1,211, down about 0.8% on the day. Now, guys, I do want to bring you over to the Bitcoin chart real quick just to show you guys if this move up continues. Some of the key levels to watch are going to be this local golden pocket at about $17,200. And if we can flip that level into support, I do think there's a good chance we could make it up to this value area high coming in just under $18,000. And if we do get there, it'll be time to reassess the situation to see if we can hold our longs or if it's time to flip bearish and start looking for those short entries. If you guys want to follow me, it's Frankie Candles on YouTube or Frankie_Candles on all socials. Back to the news.
Thanks, Frank. El Salvador is buying the dip, even as the dip keeps dipping. Ever since the country adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in September of 2021, the asset price has been on a tumultuous ride, to say the least, losing 60% of its value since the Salvadoran government bought 200 Bitcoin for $10.36 million at an average price of $51,800 and has since stacked over 2,300 Bitcoin. You'll remember the vision for an economy saved by Bitcoin, a country that mines with volcano power and plans to build Bitcoin City. To date, the investment has lost 60% of its value, which is really bad news for a country dealing with enough economic headwinds as is. I think they're going to make it though, because Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele tweeted today that El Salvador will buy 1 Bitcoin every single day starting tomorrow, following the announcement by saying that Bitcoin is the polar opposite of FTX and was created to prevent Ponzi schemes, bank runs, Enron's, WorldCom's, Bernie Madoff's, and Sam Bankman-Fried's. He left off by saying, "Some understand it, some not yet," and included the phrase that we were getting sick of hearing, but maybe in these troubled waters we're ready to hear again. We're still early. In keeping eyes on Genesis, one of its partner exchanges, Gemini, a company founded by the Winklevoss twins Cameron and Tyler in 2014, is seeing a whole lot of money flowing out and not a lot of money coming back in. In fact, in the past 24 hours since Genesis suspended loan redemptions, Gemini had a net outflow of funds to the tune of $485 million, with $563 million going out and only $78 million going in. Asset balances in Gemini wallets dropped from $2.2 billion to $1.7 billion as the customers worry that the exchange has too much exposure to Genesis. In February of 2021, the two companies formed a partnership to bring bank-like products to crypto investors. What does that mean? Yield. Together with Genesis, Gemini was prepared to offer 7.4 APY on crypto holdings held on the Gemini exchange. The investment product was available in all 50 states and is funded by interest paid to Gemini and interest Genesis collects from institution loans. At the time of the agreement, Genesis financial statements showed that loans were over-collateralized and looked safe, but as it turns out, not safe enough to pass trial by fire in this bear market liquidity crisis. And now both companies are up a creek. That's all I got. Be blessed, BitSquad. I'll see you next week.